It's been 3 years since the Last Anusah, and so much has changed. The truth is, I barely recognize the woman staring back at me in the mirror today from the one who started out on this journey. I could have never imagined that what started out as a mission to find the truth about my and my family's identity would lead to all of this. How could I have been so closely connected to one of the greatest tragedies in Jewish history and not even know it? But the truth is that in order to find the truth about my and my family's identity, I would have to let go of everything history has ever said about my family. I'm not sure how all of this will play out. The truth is, only Hashem knows. And I know that I've said this before, but I'm having this surreal feeling again. Once again, I find myself asking, how could I have not known? Then again, when your family's deliberately staying silent, it is a wonder I discovered any of this at all. But what I could have never imagined was the lengths that my family would go to hide this from me. It's really quite amazing when you think of it. How was a girl never raised in Judaism awakened by mere dreams, never told of her family, their origins? With the exception of my great-grandfather Christopher Columbus, I was never even given their name. And yet Hashem would have other plans for me, and secrecy would not be in my future. I've been often asked if I'm upset with my family for not saying anything. And moreover, am I upset with my grandmother for her silence? And the truth is, had it not been for her silence, I'm not sure I would have uncovered all of this. I'm not sure that I would have looked past her immediate family. Still, the question that stays with me most is, how did they think that this would remain silent forever? Did they not think Hashem would not intervene? Or did they think that Hashem had forgotten Has v'Shalom? To go even further, how is it that the story that I and the rest of the world have been told regarding my grandfather Columbus, how he was some poor mapmaker from Italy who discovered America? No mention of the Inquisition, no mention of the expulsion. One of the biggest events in Spanish history, and there's no mention of it at all. The more that I think about it, the more the whole story just didn't make sense. And that was before I had even started my search. I didn't know it at the time, but a new narrative was about to emerge regarding my grandfather and his legacy. Following my return from Spain, I figured I would talk to the Rav and get his advice, and he said, tell this story. Only I could have never imagined that my story would bring me so close to one of the greatest Jewish tragedies in Jewish history. Once the book was released, it was the Rav who suspected behind my family that there was countless others with a similar story. Naturally, once the story became public, there were countless Anusim who contacted me, all with a similar story. Then the question became, what to do about all this? The Rav urged me not to give up on Puerto Rico. There is a treasure hidden there. He was right. I could have never imagined the things that Puerto Rico was hiding. And while I was eager to begin my research into my family's whole story, it seemed that my search would go on a hiatus, as it seemed that since my return from Spain, I began to fall ill. But unlike the last time, the cause would not be so easily found. Perhaps my family wasn't the only thing hiding. It seems I had better prepare myself for the coming storm. To get the latest episodes of The Remnant, click subscribe to be notified of upcoming episodes.